If you're into hack and slash video games, anime stuff, weeb culture basically, then this is the perfect list for you. I put together a top 10 list of otaku type weeb games that anybody who's into anime is gonna love. That doesn't necessarily mean these games are like actually anime games. It just means that if you're into that type of culture, you should have this stuff on your radar. It's not in any particular order. That being said, let's get into it. Oh yeah, Happy New Year's, say it back. Anyway. Listen, I love multiplayer video games and I love Elden Ring. Putting the two together seems like a no-brainer for me. There's a lot of doom and gloom in the community from the hardcore try-hard Souls players. Some of them have good reason. I mean, if you're a PvP bro, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it's kind of cooked. Maybe they'll come in the DLC. But anyway, this is FromSoft. They never miss. It's been a while since they missed, so I got nothing but faith in the company. Basically what it is it's a 3-man multiplayer game. You spawn into the map like Fortnite. The zone closes in like any battle royale game, but you're not fighting nobody. You're just speedrunning the game like a roguelike. You're just making your build for a final Monster Hunter-esque Dark Souls fight. Me, I've always been about the jolly co-op, so this is a wet dream for me. And I can't wait for that beta test in February.
Population 7 million.
Freedom Wars. I know you're looking at these graphics and you're looking at me like I'm crazy, but listen, God Eater holds a very sentimental place in my heart. I used to own a PSP and I never got to play half these games because somebody stole my PSP. I'm literally still pissed about this shit 10 years later, but regardless, there was a lot of PSP games that were low-key fire that I never got to play. I ended up playing them on my PlayStation in remastered versions. I played Gravity Rush, amazing. I played all through God Eater, and it became one of my guilty pleasures. And for me, this is like a spiritual successor to that. I don't know which one came first, but I'm just going to play this shit and pretend it's God Eater. So I'm so hyped. I even heard that if might make a second one if this does good. So what is Freedom Wars? Well, Freedom Wars is a dystopian game where Earth has become uninhabitable, so people have had to live underground, and basically people are branded as sinners on birth and branded and made to work to pay off their million-year sentence for the crime of just being alive. And just hearing that premise, I'm already sold. I can tell this game is going to be so tropey. I can tell the gameplay will probably be outdated, but I'm probably going to feel nostalgic about a game I never even played after I buy this. So I'm really hyped. It comes out early January. Hope to see y'all in the online lobbies.
Incredible.
Speaking of games which are basically Monster Hunter clones, now we got Monster Hunter Wilds. This is gonna be crazy. This is already my game of the year and it ain't even come out yet. I was that impressed with the demo. I heard some PC players had some trouble with the optimization and all of that, but it ran perfectly on the PlayStation, for me at least. And to y'all, this might just look like another Monster Hunter coming out. To me, this is going to be the definitive way to play Monster Hunter. I feel like this is going to be the best Monster Hunter yet. This is the Elden Ring of Monster Hunter games, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, basically, it feels like they've taken everything they've learned from games like Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Rise, and they're just meshing it all together in this seamless way into this open world environment. It's not completely open world, but it basically might as well be. And I just think it's a perfect fit for Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter games are some of my favorite types of games. I just love that game loop of just going out, building weapons and armor and going out again. I'm probably no life in this game. My channel will probably turn into like a Monster Hunter channel for like a month if I'm not too lazy to upload. But yeah, check out Monster Hunter. Comes out the end of February, I think. Wuthering Waves. I have ties with the gacha gaming community that I will just never sever for some reason. If you look at my channel, I blew up off gacha games, Genshin Impact specifically. I know, don't laugh at me. Look, what would you do? During COVID, you got nothing else to do. Blow up off Genshin Impact. You wouldn't just post Genshin slop for the next couple years? I mean, dog. COVID was a hell of a drug for YouTubers. Anyway, back on topic. Wuthering Waves was supposed to be like the answer to Genshin Impact. There was a lot of disgruntled players with that game because the game doesn't really focus on gameplay, which Wuthering Waves apparently does. So it's supposed to be a better Genshin Impact focused on combat. I never got to try it because when it first came out, not only were both my phone and PC obsolete, so was their optimization. Their optimization was a 2-pack of ass, as Joe Button would say. So it looks like they've gotten their shit together and they released a 2.0. As I'm recording this, it's probably already out. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna just dabble in the game, play it for like a month, drop out, because I just can't no life gacha games anymore. But you know, I've always been excited to see what this game's about, and I'm happy to see it finally coming out on the console. Who knows, if it's really good, I might make some YouTube videos about it. But dear God, if they blow up, I might be going down a dark road that I have already strayed away from, and I don't really want to get back into these gacha games, not being honest with you. But it looks good. I gotta check it out. Lost Soul Aside has been being worked on by a solo dev who worked on Devil May Cry for a very long time, and it's finally coming out. Just look at this gameplay. Somebody come and look at this. I don't feel like I gotta say much. I mean, if you're into that DMC type of hack and slash and you're into the Final Fantasy aesthetics, this is a game for you. It's a no-brainer. It's a must cop. The OST sounds like something from Stellar Blade or Nier Automata. The character looks like a cross between Clyde and that dude from Solo Leveling. You just know what type of edge you're in for this game. It looks... Did I just say that? You know what I mean. The game is edgy, not that type of edge. But anyway, you give me a generic looking Final Fantasy Devil May Cry hack and slash, and I'm already signing up. Come to think of it, I've just realized while recording this, I've never actually played a Final Fantasy game. But I love this type of aesthetic. I'm so down for this. And I just realized I need to go play Final Fantasy Remake while I wait for this to come out. So I'm searching the release date. I haven't seen anything in particular. It just says it's coming out in 2025. So be on the lookout.
The continent of Pywell. A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace and those who seek to shatter it.
Crimson Desert. Now, I've never been a fan of the whole medieval fantasy genre, but for some reason when the Eastern people do it, they just get so creative with it that I can find myself getting interested in that type of genre. I mean, dog, when the people making this game asked, what do you want us to put in your game? These developers just said yes. You can do anything in this game, to the point where when we first saw this trailer, people thought this was a spoof game, like this game wasn't real, like it wasn't gonna come out. But bro, you can suplex people, you can skydive, you're flying dragons, teleporting through portals. There seems like there's festival type stuff going on in the towns. They got the sky temples, the way that Tears of the Kingdom should have actually made the sky temples. This game has everything. It looks like Breath of the Wild on crack. I guess these are the same developers that made that MMO Black Desert. I've never tried that, but Crimson Desert is looking right up my alley. It's not an MMO, it's a single player experience, and it looks goated. So yeah, it's supposed to come out late 2025, so keep your eyes on this. This one might be a bit of a cop-out because I don't remember seeing a release date on this anytime soon, but listen, Okami 2, you have to keep this on your hair. This game, the first one, oh my god, this is like art, the video game. I was very young when I played the first Okami, and it was an experience that left a big impression on me. I mean, I didn't really know what I was getting into with the game. The story had a very unique art style, like ink paintings, mostly focused on storytelling and puzzle solving, kind of like old school Zelda games is what it felt like it played. And the weird thing was there was combat in it. It was kind of surface level and not really the main point, and that didn't matter to me, even though combat is like the most important thing to me, especially when I was younger. But even then, like, this game was legendary. It just left it was just such a beautiful game that hit me in the feels. It was very emotional, and yeah, it was just a very expressive video game. It was like very artistic. It was literally, when people say video games are art, you pull up a picture of Okami, like, and I can't particularly tell you why or what in the game made me feel this way. I just remember going through the experience feeling like that. So it's the type of game I feel like everybody should play. And I don't know, maybe I'm having rose colored glasses since I last played it. I can barely remember, it was so long ago. But this game is goated. I have nothing but good memories and good things to say about the game. I think it was on the longer side, but maybe that was just because I was dumb and didn't know how to do puzzles as a kid. Anyway, I hope this game breaks records. I hope literally every person on earth touches this game. That's how much of an experience it was to me at the time. And yeah, it was just a really good video game. Very good work of art.
Just run away.
I low-key might be more excited for this hack and slash than the Lost Soul Aside I just mentioned. The Phantom Blade looks phenomenal. The amount of drip in the fighting, the choreography, I haven't seen this in any other game. It looks like a kung fu film playing live in front of your eyes while you're controlling the character. Like, the things the character can do and the animations that play, like, it feels like you are watching a movie but you are playing it. It's so cool. The game has insane potential, and it feels like a hack and slash power fantasy. The things the character can do to counter the enemy, it just seems limitless, and just a highly ambitious game with a lot of potential. We'll see when it comes out. I don't see them messing it up. It looks very high quality. The graphics are nice. I don't really know what's going on with the story. It's all about that hack and slash, baby. The only sad thing about this game is I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come out 2026. I'm sorry, I put it on the list. I need to put something on the list, bro, but look at it. It looks so fire, I just had to talk about it. So sorry for getting your hopes up if you never heard of this. Yeah, 2026. And last but not least, we got the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. The older I've gotten, the less I've wanted to play fighting games. They're just so sweaty, but listen, I'm a black dude. We play fighting games, that's what we do. Even if I've started to just stop playing straight up fighting games, I always gravitate to the ones that are more gimmicky or have something else going on for them, like Super Smash Bros. Or Cash Grab Arena Fighters. So I've always kind of had one foot in the fighting games, but never wanted to get too serious about it. But seeing this collection, I mean, they got Power Stone, bro. Does anybody remember Power Stone? Seeing this collection is revitalizing my love for fighting games. They have so many good fighting games in here, and not just the 2D ones. So they've got games within games in this collection, not to mention the quality of life features are insane. You can just unlock all characters immediately. You can save in the middle of gameplay, and you can see hitboxes. There's tons of quality of life features that will just make this game feel great. There's online play, games within games. There's so many ways for me to just get lost in this collection. So I feel like if you're a fan of any type of old school fighting games, then something in here is going to appeal to you. So that was my top 10 list of anticipated games, not in any particular order. If you're into this nerdy Eastern stuff, let me know in the comments if I missed anything. What are your most anticipated games of 2025, even if it isn't Otaku BS, or maybe something that I have no idea about that you could turn me on to. Leave it in the comments. Anyway, that's all I really gotta say. Peace, and remember, I'm one of the only YouTubers on this platform that won't lie to you, and I'll just tell you how I really feel, even if it makes you mad. But that's all I got. Peace.